Good morning.
Morning.
It's a wet and rainy Monday morning, isn't it, Barrett?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I don't always get a frog in my throat when I start a vlog.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I was watching this video that James Yeager put out, and somehow we got on the subject of whether the customer is always right or not. And my philosophy has always been, and it is a philosophy, that the customer is always right. And that's a, Barrett, you can use this in your business. It'll help you out. It's a philosophy, okay? It's not a truism. In other words, it doesn't really mean the customer is literally always right, okay? It's about how you treat the customer when they're wrong or when you think they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
See? So in your mind, when you think the customer is wrong, you can either dog them or treat them like a human being. I always try to follow the golden rule. Try to treat other people as you want them to treat you. And I have had this happen to me many times. You've actually seen this happen with our customers, because you've actually commented on it after the fact, where you can diffuse a situation by just being a calm person. Yeah. And being reasonable about it and just offering your advice based on your experience. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, hundreds of times I've had this with customers where they felt they were right. And of course, a lot of times when you say you're right, it's an opinion. A lot of times we're talking about opinions. We're not talking about, most of the time, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about a black and white issue, or right or wrong. We're talking about someone's opinion on how something should be done, what color wall. I'm many times I thought the colors, were kind of weird on our jobs, and after the owner or the designer got through, it all came together, and you say, oh, okay, that's why they did that.
Yeah.
So, the main thing is understanding that in business, the adage that the customer is always right is not to be taken literally. It's a philosophy. It's about how you treat people. And that will come back to you, okay? If you're dogging your customers, that won't work. People will think you're a tough guy or that you're,
won't be in business very long.
It won't last very long. It might last for a couple of years. Now, there are some niche markets, and I'm not saying this about James Yeager. He is a tough guy, but I'm saying that in some markets there are niche markets where, in the gun training, you're expected to be a tough guy. If you're going to be training other people, especially like these black ops guys, you got to be a tough guy, and you got to be right, and you have to be assertive, But in typical business, it's not always the case. So it's really about longevity. It's about being. It's also about how you treat people in general. So
well, see, Dad, you never even advertised for that I know, and you still keep getting work. So there you go.
Well, that's right. I've never advertised, and I've been in business for, I don't know, not artisan construction. Artisan construction is about 12 years old. But before that, I was self-employed. So on and off about 30 years. And no, I've never had to advertise.
It's like self-promotion.
But that's because I've always tried to treat people, I was raised, to treat people the way you want them to treat you. But again, like I was saying, there are niche markets, like James Yeager's training, that kind of thing. People are expected to be tough guys. They're expected to be right, assertive, so that attracts people. People who want to be like him are attracted to him. And he is this. And the other thing I was saying, too, was that he is the one that makes his business successful. It's not social media that's making him successful. It's James Yeager that's making him successful. So I would be I think he's giving YouTube too much credit I think he should maintain his. I think he should maintain his humbleness and go ahead and take credit for his success. So anyway, just a life lesson. You'll do good in business. You're a good guy. You're doing good now. You've got how many students, and you're teaching on the side. You've got a job. You got.
I do a lot.
Yeah, so you're doing good, son.
Thanks.